Hi guys, good morning. Happy Monday. We have a busy day and I wasn't planning on actually hopping on, but I realized that the places that I have to go require me to look somewhat more put together than I had planned on. So we're doing it. We're doing it. All right, so good morning. August is build your own bundle for 40% off month. If you're a preferred customer, you get that bundle for 40% off. If you are a consultant, you get it for 50% off. So if you're interested in either of those options, this is a great time to really fill your cart with all the things that you're kind of trying to stock up on because you get it at a great deal. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Angeline. All right, so I'm going to start with a little bit of makeup primer, and then we're going to just do a really easy kind of glowy neutral routine today. Because like I said, I'm just doing errands and work and all that kind of stuff. Nothing all that fun, but it's all got to get done. Hi, Chris. All right, makeup primer. It feels so good on your lips too. If you have extra left over on your fingertips, just rub it together and then run it through your hair. It literally polishes your ends and gives you a nice glossy appearance. Just don't waste it. It's liquid gold. Before I do anything on my face, I'm actually going to go in with my Cherry Blossom highlight stick and I'm going to highlight my face with it just a little bit. I wanted to just have that like internal glow from within look. Do you hear my kids? They sound like velociraptors. You guys, what are we getting ourselves into? We are about to embark on either virtual or homeschooling here, and I'd be lying to you if I said that that made me feel better, but it doesn't, because I am the mother of savages. Hi, Kara. All right, we're just getting a little bit of that glow on our skin, and that's going to shine right through. All right, so I am going in with a full coverage foundation today. This is our Perfecting Liquid Foundation in the shade Honey Beige. Hi, Kelly. And I'm just going to put a little bit of it on the back of my hand and place it on my face. We're going to blend it out. If you need to get color matched, I don't think that the photos on the website are the best way to do it. If you send me a message and a recent selfie, no filter, good lighting, stand in front of a window that's open, and just take a photo of yourself with your neck included, I can color match you and tell you what shades to grab. Because honestly, the pictures are like almost like a computer generated image of the color as opposed to a photo of the color. And so, I don't know, I just trust my eye better than that. I have been live a couple of times, not as much frequently as I normally did, only because like with the kids home all the time and we're terrible about being on a schedule here. I would love to be one of those people who's really good about being regimented, but I'm just not. So I'm a little bit all over the place. I don't know. It could possibly just be my mood too, because I've been like, I have high days and I have low days. And there are just days where I'm like, if I go on live today, I'm going to be like a wet blanket from hell. So let's not do that to the people. All right, Eco Tool sponge, a little bit of moisture is in it because I just washed it with hot water and hand soap. And I just kind of blot it in right over that Cherry Blossom highlight stick that I used. And press it in. You can see that the coverage is amazing. Even though this isn't the CC cream that gives you the dewy coverage, it still isn't going to give you that really dry, cakey looking. Oh my God. Chase is on another level this morning. It's going to be one of those days with him. Hi, Yana. Anyway, this foundation is SPF 15, light, medium to full coverage, and it gives you a great full coverage look without giving you that like caked on, you know, unattractive, heavy look. You still look like yourself. You can still see that you have skin. It doesn't look like you're wearing someone else's skin. And that is why I love the Arbonne. All right, I am going to do my brows next. And then we're gonna do the glow palette today. So I'm gonna go in with the medium brow pencil and my light medium brow cream. These are two brow products that I never go without, only because I feel they complement each other really, really well. So I just take the little spoolie end and brush my brows upwards. And then I'm going to draw from the inside bottom corner to the tail. And then on the top, I just move it slightly so I'm not right at the front of my brow. It gives me a more natural look. Fill in that tail and the arch. And then in the front, I just like very lightly feather it in and brush it up to blend it all together. Very little product actually goes into the brow. And then we're gonna use the brow cream, and that gives you honestly like a microbladed appearance. My favorite. Okay. Oh, Monday. What a day already. What's everybody doing today? Kelly, did you just get off of work? All right. So, all right, brow cream. So what this is like a mascara, but for your eyebrows. So if you have brows that kind of go all over the place, or you have very little brows and you want to see them more, this product is going to be your saving grace. It just amplifies each one of your brows and then sets them in place for the day so that they don't move around and go anywhere on you. Hi, Rachel. All right, we are going to use my glow palette today to do my eyes and my face. So the glow palette, if you don't have it already, is amazing. I worked this weekend, so I have a few days off in a row. That's amazing. The glow palette has a matte bronzer, a blush, and then two highlight shades. One of them is more like a bronzer shimmer, and then this is a nice bright champagne-y gold highlight. So I'm going to go in first with eye pencil in the shade Carob, like a dark chocolate brown. And I love these because you don't have to sharpen them. You just twist them up. So I'm just going to do a nice little Carob eyeliner. Right on my lash line. I don't think they're even, so I'm going to have to go heavier over here. All right. Fabulous. Okay, so glow palette. This is my quick eyeshadow routine for like if I'm in a hurry. I'm just going to go in and grab the bronzer shade, which is called Meteor. And I'm going to put that right in my crease. And just blend it out. There's a ton of pigment in there, so go light at first and then add a little bit if you feel like you need more. And then I'm going to take my finger and grab the shade Stardust, which is that highlight shade. You can see how pretty like champagne-y gold it is. And I'm just going to put it on the inside corner of my eye with my fingertip. It just kind of brightens everybody up. Makes you look a little bit more awake. I haven't even had my fizz today because I've been doing all the things. It's going to be great when I do though. All right, 2 coats of Speaks Volume mascara, and then we'll see if we want to tweak our eyes a little bit more because they're pretty basic right now. All right, so the deal with Build Your Own is It's basically like creating your own makeup kit or 30-day healthy living bundle, except you don't have to stick with one genre of products. So if you need makeup and fizz sticks and a hair mask, you can literally create your own special bundle. And that's why it's such a hit. And you get everything in it for 40% off. Plus free gifts and no shipping. And this mascara is live if you have sensitive eyes. Like your friend Megan over here. All right, always do 2 coats. It's just what I believe in. It's sort of like in Texas how they believe the bigger the hair, the closer to God. The more fabulous the lash, the better you feel here in New York. Okay. My voice is like cracking. I was excited for the bundle. I'll be placing my order when I get home from the gym. You're the best, Kelly. All right, I'm going to do my lower lashes just with what I have on my wand. Avoid those tarantula lashes that are not really popular amongst me. Make some weird mirror faces. Do you ever notice that when you're doing something? Justin pointed this out to me. My mom, my sister, and I all do this. When we try on clothes, we look in the mirror, cock one eyebrow up in the air, and fix our hair. And we do one of these. Even though it has nothing to do with our hair or our makeup, we're trying on a dress. This is always what we do. We stand on our tippy toes, we purse our lips, cock an eyebrow up, tilt the head, and fix our hair. I don't understand. It's part of my genetic code. So let me know if you also do that or if we really are as strange as Justin's telling me we are. Because at this point, I think he's right. We're weirdos. All right, I'm going back to that glow palette now, and I'm going to do my bronzer. And I'm going to go in with the shade Meteor and add basically these 2 shades right here, Meteor and Twilight together. And give myself a really nice kind of glowy bronze. Just feel right underneath that cheekbone and blend up towards your hairline, not down towards your lips, or else you'll end up with kind of that muddy look. Forehead. Jawline. And sides of the nose. Okay. Now we're gonna go in and highlight before we do blush. So this is my favorite way to highlight my face, is using our loose powder in the shade Ivory. I love our concealers, but there are days where it's really, really humid here in New York, and I try to not use too much cream and use more powder so that I don't see that creasing on my under eye. Today it is like ridiculously humid because we're getting torrential rains tomorrow. So right now the humidity is just next level. So I'm going in with my loose foundation powder. This is a full coverage foundation, so it's gonna give you great pigment and you only need a little bit of it. This is the shade Ivory, which is the lightest one that we carry. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pack this right underneath my eye. Hi, Carol. And use that to brighten and sculpt my face. And you can just see the difference. It looks like it picks up this side. It looks like it's a little bit brighter. I'm gonna fix the side of my nose right here. You can also like sculpt out your nose a little bit more when you add a little bit on the edge of your nose. It's kind of amazing what shadows and highlights can do for you. I also like to do this after my eyeshadow because it helps me to, if I went a little bit wild with it, it helps me to clean it up a little bit more. Taking lunch and saw you were on. That's amazing. Perfect timing. Yesterday, we celebrated my mom's birthday, which is going to be Wednesday. But Chase has his oral surgery on Wednesday. And So we had spaghetti. I made spaghetti dinner and everything. And I totally forgot where I was going with this. It'll come to me. There was something about spaghetti dinner and yesterday that meant something. You guys, my brain is turning to mush. Mush, mush, mush. Does this happen to anyone else, or should I be concerned for myself? Okay, just blending that out. And you can see how much more bright it gives my face. And it mattifies it. The powder is going to set the makeup and absorb any extra oil from being so humid. Is Chase nervous? He's more nervous about getting the IV in his arm than he is about the actual surgery, which I think is interesting. They just told us today when they called to confirm everything that only one parent can go in with him. And I was fully planning on having me there for Chase's emotional support and Justin there for my emotional support. And this is just that same foundation powder. And so they called today to just kind of go through everything that was going to be necessary and blah, blah, blah. And then they said, okay, so which parent is coming? And I'm like, well, we both are. And they were like, well, due to COVID, only one parent can go in at a time because of social distancing. I was not prepared for that. So I'm like, okay, you will work with that. So I said to Chase, I explained to him, you know, about the restrictions and whatever. And I said, you know, you're not going to hurt anybody's feelings. If it would make you more comfortable. If I was there with you, that's okay. If it would make you more comfortable if Daddy was there, that's okay too. We'll both be here all day when you get home and it'll be fine. You're going to be sleepy and you're probably not going to remember who was there anyway. So he just kind of labored about the whole IV thing, which they're going to give him gas first, laughing gas, to mellow him out because he can't drink that other thing. They give him like this, I forget what it's called, but it's a medication. It's kind of like a red syrup and it just kind of loosens them up. And then they give them the IV so they don't panic. Chase can't have that because it's got red dye in it and he has adverse reactions to red dye, not physically, but like in his demeanor. For like 3 days, he's a complete wacko because of his ADHD and its reaction to red 40. So they're going to do, long story short, they're going to do the laughing gas first and then they're going to do the IV. But Chase is terrified of getting a needle in his arm. So I've assured him that he's not going to feel it. He's not going to even realize they're doing it. The doctor like pinched him on the arm where they're going to do it. And he was like, that's as bad as it's going to be, I promise. So it would make me feel better if I went with him because I feel like the doctor's going to have important things to say afterwards about taking care of the sutures and what to do and what not to do. And I want to be there to absorb all of that information. But at the same time, if he wants his dad to go, that's totally fine with me. I just, you know, I'm like type A and I like to be there to do the things to make sure that they're done. So I don't know. We'll see what he decides. He's really just hung up on this whole IV thing. Moonstone. I'm going to go in. That's our blush. So I don't know. I think he doesn't, if he's so worried about the IV, then he should actually worry about the fact that they're taking out 4 teeth. So he has 2 of these teeth, baby teeth right here. So they're taking out the 2 baby teeth. They're taking out an extra lateral incisor that's up there so that the real lateral incisor can come down. And then he has a lateral incisor that's already down. And he has his extra lateral incisor behind his front tooth. This is a just weird way of describing it. So behind his front tooth, there is a tooth. And then there's one already in place. They're going to take out the one that's in the right place because that's actually a smaller tooth than it should be. And the one behind his front tooth is the one they're going to keep. So they're taking out 2 exposed teeth on this side and 1 above it and the exposed tooth over here. And then with braces, we're going to take the one that's on the roof of his mouth and pull it over into place. It's a lot for a little kid, but he doesn't seem so caught up in the fact that he's having teeth taken out. It's just that he's having an IV taken or put in. So I don't know. I'm expecting a rough couple of days with just swelling, but I'm glad that they're only having to go up in his mouth for one tooth and the rest of them are all going to be sort of easy pulls. I hope. I don't know. I've never had a tooth out before, so I don't really understand how it goes, but I'm just trusting that the doctor said, he's like, I do this all the time. He's got an interesting case because he has so many extra teeth. He had 4 extra baby teeth and 2 extra adult teeth. I honestly don't claim it's scary. I've never had one or too young to remember. Chase had his tonsils and his adenoids out when he was just shy of 5. So it was May and he turned 5 in June. And we did his tonsils and adenoids then. And he doesn't even remember that. He remembers going to the hospital and having the situation happen, but he doesn't remember pain or discomfort or being scared or anything like that. Hi, Candace. I'm going to go in with that shade Stardust and just blend it out on top of my cheekbone, add a little bit of glow. So I don't know, I'm going to be totally fine if he says that he wants Justin to go, but when I asked him, he said, I just want you to pick. I think he's afraid that he's going to hurt somebody's feelings. I don't know. I think it's better if I go. What do you think? Maybe he doesn't want me to know that he wants Justin. I don't know. Do I need to consult a child psychologist about this? Probably, but we're not going to. We don't have time for that. All right, I'm going in with one of my favorite nude lip duos. This is the eyeliner in Morel, and this is the Jasmine Lipstick Lip Gloss Duo. So I'm just going to overline my lips a little bit with this brown shade, which is also amazing for eyebrows and eyeliner. Morel. So I don't know. That's going to be Wednesday morning. First thing, we have to be there at 7:45 in the morning. They said it would take about an hour and then he would be done and he could go home once he's woken up in recovery. All right. So this is Jasmine Lipstick. I take off quite a bit onto the tube. The deal with lips is if you want them to stay all day, as little product as possible. It seems a little counterintuitive, but I promise you, less is more with lipstick. We're going to take a little bit of concealer and pop it right in the center to ombre that lip look out. This is the shade Light in concealer. And it also helps my lipstick to stay put all day. And a little bit of brightness right in the center is going to keep your lips looking extra pouty. Okay, and then we're going in with the gloss. I understand I would want to go, but honestly, my husband is better in those situations. Sometimes he distracts the kids. Justin's definitely more of the calm parent, I feel like. But he doesn't listen to instructions the way that I do. We're going in with the gloss. Hold on 1 second. I have a perfect example of this. So when we had to take the dog into the vet because she had a urinary tract infection, Justin's like, I'll take her, no problem. So he goes to the vet with the urine sample, has the vet look at the dog, comes home and says, yeah, Mina has a urinary tract infection. We have to give her these antibiotics for 2 weeks. Okay, great. Do that. Follow all the instructions, finish the antibiotics, all the things. And then 2 weeks later, she's peeing blood again. So I call the vet and I said, you know, these antibiotics did not take care of her infection. What are we going to do? And she's like, well, did you bring in a urine sample at the end of the antibiotics to make sure it was gone? And I'm like, no, why would I do that? And she's like, because you're supposed to. That's what we told you when you came in. Did my husband remember that? No. Did he tell me that we needed to do that? No. So then it was another 2 weeks of antibiotics that we needed to be on because we didn't do it right the first time and make sure that the antibiotic cleared the infection completely. So the last thing that I want is Chase, the dentist, to be like, do not, for example, do not use a straw for a month because you could pop something in there. And then Justin comes home with a milkshake and gives it to him. And I don't realize to take it away from him. This is my irrational type A mom fears that I'm just accustomed to at this point. So I don't know. I just feel like I need to be there to be everybody's airbag all the time, which is probably a psychological condition that I should look at, but whatever. Refreshing spray. Is that your makeup? They also said that we could do something like switch. So, like Justin could go there to get him started and sit with him and everything. And then I could be there when he gets out for recovery and all of that kind of stuff. So if he wants to do that, we can always split it up that way too. The surgical center is literally like 2 minutes from our house. So as long as we have somebody to sit with Dylan while we make the swap, it should be fine. No, it sounds insensitive. How that new limited edition new mask looks amazing and fun. I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm ordering it today. Definitely a mom thing. You know, I don't know. I've always been like this. I feel like, I don't know. Even when I was a kid, I would be nervous that if somebody had to take care of something, that they wouldn't do it the way that I would do it. And it would make me nervous that it wasn't going to get done. So I would like hover and obsess about things, probably in an unhealthy way. But now when it's your kids, it's like a whole other level because you're the mom. And I don't know if other people feel like this, and I've never been mom shamed that I know of, but if something goes wrong, everybody looks at the mom first. Like, all right, so if Chase were to get a dry socket in his mouth, they're going to be like, well, didn't you know that he couldn't do that? They're never going to look at Justin and be like, come on, Justin. They're going to look at me first because I'm the mom. So like heavy is the head that wears the crown here. I don't have a crown. I would like one, but I just feel like the mom takes the responsibility for these things. Yes, I would definitely do the switch. That way both can go. I agree. I don't, you know, it's like, and I do it to myself because Justin tells me all the time, well, if you just let go a little bit more and let people help you, then you wouldn't get so stressed out and you wouldn't feel like so overwhelmed all the time, which that's a valid point. I just don't know how you get off the ride once you've been, like, Chase is 9 years old. So when you're pregnant, it is all about you. What I did, how I behaved, what I ate, when I slept, all of those things directly impacted my baby. So for 10 years now, I've been living my life according to how it impacts everybody else. And I'm okay with that. I just don't want to mess it up now. And granted, I haven't always made good choices. Like, I think that goes without saying, is like everybody missteps sometimes. But man, I don't want him to have a fear of surgery or the dentist or not trust us because we let something happen that we could have prevented. If only he could have tequila, we could have a really great open discussion about this. I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking we'll probably do the switch. It might make Chase feel better if we could both be there in some capacity. I definitely want to be the one that brings him home though, because I want to be there for the instruction purposes. All right, guys, that's our completed look, and thank you for your free therapy today. You can all bill me individually via PayPal. Honestly though, like, it's so tough right now not being able to like sit down and have coffee with my friends or, you know, just like a face-to-face with a lot of people that I'm used to bouncing ideas off of. So even though we get here together to do makeup and talk about skincare and all that kind of stuff, and it's wonderful, it's also just good for my soul to be able to talk to other people that are not, you know, it's like a way of being connected. So thank you guys. This is probably more for me than it is for you, but I love you none the same. All right, we are going to go pick up groceries and do some stuff around the house today. I have some work to do, and if you guys need any help doing a bundle, just let me know. I'd be happy to hook you up. Really great sales, so stock up on things, even for winter. Body soaps, shampoos, hand soaps, lotion. I know we're all going to be using them for a very long time, very regimented. So if there's anything I can help you with in order to get that great deal, just let me know and I'm here for you. Hi, Erin. All right, I will take a picture and then post all of the components to today's look down below in the comments. I love you guys, and I will see you, I don't know if tomorrow, definitely not Wednesday, probably Thursday. Let's try for Thursday. See you later.